What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. That means it's time for another At Weeks In. Come by the TV, pick up your phone, warm yourself up as we look back on this week and talk all things fandom. And it's been a huge week, from a Lobo reveal to a Masters of the Universe trailer, Oscar nominations, all kinds of stuff. We're going to be looking at Knights of the Seven Kingdom, just tons of stuff. And we're going to be doing all of that right after this. What's up, fellas?
What up, baby?
Joined yet again by the co-hostess with the mostest, my main man with pots and pans, Paul, Sector 2815, partner in crime, and the foundation of my time on YouTube. See him down there in the foundation position, the man that started it all for me. And I went back this week, Steve, and actually watched the first couple of videos with me and Finn opening up some Power Ranger stuff, and they were fantastic. But Burt Fam 54, aka Burt Family 54, aka Burt Nasty, aka the Purple Pod, aka K-State Nation, aka I have this goatee so she don't fall off. Steve, how you doing?
Oh my God, dude. What's going on, guys? How you doing? It's good to be on here.
Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Hope everyone's doing good. There's like a weather advisory happening this weekend, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, Paul's suffering bad in his sandals and shorts. What was the temperature today, Paul?
Actually, I saw on TV, it got to 87 today.
Yeah,
87 degrees, right down the road.
Get a record.
I follow someone that's like, I know you guys don't want to hear this, but my AC just kicked on in Florida.
That's hilarious. Where I'm at, like when you look at the weather map on Georgia, like where like the little cold storm, whatever comes down, like right where it fades away, that's where I am, in the fade. And we got chilly like it normally does. Our biggest thing was that it was going to be raining while it was cold. Like this hasn't, like I get up and go to work in a lot colder weather, but just not when it's this lightly raining where it has the potential to freeze. Luckily, we didn't get frozen over. We haven't lost power. They kept pushing the storm back every hour. It is, you know what? It's not an emergency till 1 hour from now. So you have another hour to go buy stuff. Click on our weather app one more time an hour from now. Check out the ads.
Because I'm sure there was lots of stuff on the shelves.
Yeah, we just went and casually bought some stuff earlier in the week. God. And then I invited my mom over to hang out because she lives on a hill. And if it was going to ice up, I didn't want her to have to sled down the hill to go somewhere. And she came over and she stopped by the store on the way to grab some stuff because she wanted to cook dinner. And she came with a loaf of bread. And I sent a picture of it to Kyle and I said, starting bid $100.
I went to Walmart the other day on Friday, actually, right before the storm hit. You know how they have like those cases of like lunch meat where you can go and you get like around a half pound? Completely empty. Nothing in there at all.
We didn't grab a bunch. We just grabbed one pack of it because Finn's like favorite food in the world at this stage is turkey sandwich. And with lunch meat and sliced cheese, we can just put it in the cooler and set it outside, like on the table with the lid open. You know, it's like 30 something degrees outside. So it would stay good as long as the squirrels didn't get to it. But what's going on to everybody in the chat? Slide down through here. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Hope everyone's not frozen or at least enjoying the snow. I know Matt shared some photos or videos of it snowing in Kentucky where he is. And I told him, dude, just, grab a good blanket, a couple of books, sit on the porch and enjoy it. You know what I mean? It didn't look like ice there. It looked like snow. What's up, Mike? I know Mike lives down here. Like when we get snow, it's, we don't go out in it, but it's never enough to be catastrophic. I mean, I love it. What's going on, Evil? Mike is in the building. 34. What's up? Loaders, we're iced in. Sucks. Wish I could go out. Yeah, we've had it happen here a few times in my lifetime. I'm glad it's not doing it.
I had to use my snowblower twice. Once yesterday and once today. So
tell us, where can we see you using your snowblower?
You can see me using my snowblower on Instagram and TikTok, Burke Family 54 Comics. And also on my my Facebook page, Stephen Birkland.
I'm just here for the he-him trailer thoughts and why Lobo has sad eyes. We'll be covering both of those things. Probably starting with the he-him man, which just before we even get into it, before we get take a look at the trailer. I'm going to share my screen here. We're going to hop around through the trailer looking at some stuff. But Paul, what is your experience with He-Man? Did you collect the toys? Did you watch the cartoon? Did you really care? What's it for you?
I watched the cartoon, but I never collected the toys or anything like that. But I did watch the cartoon. Until Kevin Smith took in charge of it.
Yeah,
it was on Netflix. And it was on Netflix.
You remember how excited everyone was when that trailer dropped for Netflix playing I Need a Hero? And everyone's like, dude, this is going to be amazing. Look at this. And then we all got to episode 2 and we're like,
where is it?
No, hard pass. I know it's called Masters of the Universe, but I pointed out previously, it's a He-Man universe. It's a He-Man story. It's a He-Man cartoon. It's a He-Man toy line. That's the gimmick. It's He-Man. But I'm excited for it. I've seen plenty of the cartoons, had a few of the toys, had a secondhand Castle Grayskull as a kid. Had a lot of the new adventures of He-Man when they redid it in the 90s. That was like a lot of that was me and my brother. We got the Power Sword and the Chaos Staff for Christmas one year during that run. But the Dolph Lundgren movie was always the one I held most close and dear. It was always a Dolph Lundgren movie. That's my go-to. That's my mind's eye of He-Man. Steve, what's your experience with He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, Eternia?
I remember the dad that raised me watching it like once or twice as a kid. But I don't really know that much about it, to be honest. It was kind of right before my time. So
just perfect.
And the movie was incredible, like you said. The movie was incredible. Frank Langella and Dolph Lundgren and the whole
Meg Foster.
Yeah, and the whole
Courtney Cox.
The whole force whip that he had is like, man, that was incredible.
Dude, Steve, you should watch this movie if you've never seen it. It's free to watch on YouTube right now, but I highly suggest it. It's 1987, and it's not an A-tier movie, but it's not like a direct-to-video quality for its time either. It's kind of in that happy middle, but it's legit fun, man. It gives you all the vibes.
It feels like it feels like Arnold should have been playing that guy. But didn't Kevin Sorbo play him too?
He was doing Conan at the time.
Kevin Sorbo played Hercules.
That's what he played. Okay.
Yeah, Arnold was Conan. Dolph was He-Man. Kevin Sorbo later came behind him and played Hercules.
Okay.
Next to
all
Lucy
very
Wallace
similar looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. That's super fair. Simulation says, I love the he-him joke. It was a hilarious surprise. What is going on, J-Mad? Hope you all had a great weekend. It's still there. So far, so good. All right, so let's pull up this trailer. Y'all cool with starting with the trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. A lot of people said they didn't like that they showed Earth at all. It should have just been the Masters of the Universe
over in Eternia. Yeah. I felt the He-Man was the lesser of the toy show, so I was always open to interpretations, but I've loved every iteration so far.
I don't mind them doing the Earth, depending if they don't spend a lot of time. And I think it's been 40 years since the last movie.
39.
I'll give them a pass on doing the origin once more. There's lots of kids that just will have no idea. And
they didn't touch an origin at all in the Dolph Lundgren one. It's like it's actually the opposite of an origin. It's like at the end of a battle where Skeletor has won, and it's like a last ditch effort to take back the castle. And I get the no Earth thing, but it's like built into the lore. He-Man's mom is from Earth. Mm-hmm. She was like an astronaut that crashed in Eternia.
See, I don't even know anything about him at all, honestly.
Yeah, so it's not that big of a deal, and I don't think that we're going to spend too much time in the Earth thing whatsoever. I think it's just going to be we're going to start with like a montage, of him being a little kid, and then probably get pretty quickly into the Earth stuff, and then right back over into Eternia. I think he's kind of going to get attacked and rescued at the same time, like attacked by Beastman and stuff. It looked like was jumping on a car.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm definitely not going to hit play on this because we're definitely going to catch some problems if we do. But just off bat, Steve, this bird that flies in the front here, this is like one of the main characters. That's the sorceress that can transform and stuff. That was cool right off the bat. I thought that was pretty all right. Paul, on the excitement meter, where would you put yourself after watching this trailer?
Well, I was, and I think I posted one of the chats. I was very worried when they did the teaser for the trailer,
Yeah,
because the whole time he was in khakis and a dress down shirt, and I'm like,
like
oh man,
Jake from State Farm.
exactly. I'm like, man, if that's all that this is, I'm going to be really disappointed. And then though you see the beginning, and for at least half of the trailer, that's all you see him in as well. And I'm like, oh man, you got to get him, to Eternity. You got to get him in the in the He-Man outfit. And so by the end of it, I'm stoked. I'm so ready for it.
Yeah, I think we're going to have like one of those trope-ish 3-act things where we won't see him like access the power till the 3rd act.
Mhm.
It's going to kind of be like this is just my take after seeing it. I think we're going to have like that Skeletor is kind of ruling most of the stuff, and they're kind of having to come back with He-Man, kind of as like a little band of rebels flying under the radar,
Mhm.
and kind of go hard for that 3rd act. That's just my
And
thoughts on it.
I think I told you this before. Is I'm confident we're going to break the Jared Leto curse.
We might.
What's his curse?
He plays Skeletor.
Well, I know that, but what's his curse?
He's
Every movie doesn't do good.
his comics movies haven't really, or we'll call this a comic movie, haven't really ever done all that well.
Since which one? To be fair, it's Morbius. What's the other? Was there?
Suicide Squad did okay, but it was
Suicide Squad
really good.
Terribly.
Suicide Squad made almost $1 billion back in the day, and it won an Oscar. That's neither here nor there. There's no reason to have that in there.
That movie did really good.
Right, exactly. You were just dying to do that, right?
Yeah, that's actually queued up for a different conversation later. But yeah, people didn't like his Joker, his play on Joker, and they, it's been panned ever since. And then Morbius not being MCU and people wanting to make fun of stuff before it even came out, the whole meme of its Morbin time and all that. And then being the lead man in Tron Ares, it didn't do gangbusters, didn't do great at the box office either. But Jared Leto's an Oscar-winning actor who's seen success inside other movies as co-star and stuff like that. So hopefully this is one of those situations. A lot of people I've seen commenting already, like, just despite Jared Leto in this looks good, kind of like, yeah, because he's not a bad actor. Y'all just on the internet.
No, I love him as an actor. He just, for some reason, he has not been very well received in in a lot of the comic book movies, or science fiction. Fantasy
that I could get behind, but like that Suicide Squad movie did make a lot of money. I will say that.
Yeah, he's great in Lord of War as Nicolas Cage's little brother. It's great in
What's the one that he? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah,
that's the one who won an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club. Mm-hmm. The same spaceship that John Blackstar was on that crashed in a parallel universe. Man, I watched Tron because of you. Nice. Yeah, DVH just watched it this week. He gave it 4.5 hoots out of 5.
Oh, he's already making the list for 2026.
As he should.
Exactly.
As he should. Yo, I'm one of the weird people that look through like all 4 or 5 pages, and like because it got to the point when I was reading the first page, I'm like, golly, how many of these movies will I even recognize the name of? Because he watches so many movies, and so many of them are like eclectic or hard to find horror movies or stuff that's before my time and hard to find. So I'm like, dude, I need to like put a bookmark on this or just send it to myself so I can revisit it later and see if I can find some of these on. They all look like Tubi movie names. You know what I mean? Like these are definitely on free streaming platforms, or they're not streaming at all. With how Leto has love for the 80s and how much he fought for Tron Ares, I can't think of a better actor for Skeletor. 1000%. I watched Tron because of you. 2 mark, 7.5 out of 10. Nice. Yeah, Carlito watched it this week. All right, Castle Grayskull. Steve, this is what it's all about. This is what everybody wants. They want to rule Castle Grayskull. And when I tell you, this looks identical to the cartoon, to the toy. Like this couldn't have been designed any better if like us as a child designed it.
CGI is pretty good.
It looks 1-to-1. It looks like they counted bricks. It looks amazing. Yes, let's go.
Who else came out with a trailer recently with a castle that looks like that? Mario Galaxy came out today.
Oh yeah, we just watched that.
It was good. It looks amazing. It looks like it's gonna be better than the first one.
That Tron with an 8. Look at that. What's going on, Retro? Yeah, dude, Legacy is still my favorite too. This is the Sword of Power He-Man sword. Again, literally couldn't look any better if you tried. The design, the shape, the color that they put to it, like kind of like Eternia running through it kind of thing. That's just, I saw that and I got like you remember how we used to get excited for MCU stuff, like pre-Endgame and stuff? How you can't wait to see more? That's how I felt watching this trailer. Like when I saw this, I immediately thought I want Mattel to make a full-size toy one that I can buy for like under $100. You know, Bart is a huge He-Man fan. He has a one-of-one replica that's not a toy.
Really?
Like up in his house that's been like over in Belgium that's been featured on little shows and stuff. But Bart is through the moon right now. But he's got the Sword of Omens. He's got this. He's
nice.
Gotta love Bart.
He's the best, man. Any thoughts on that, Paul? The sword?
No, it's funny because I never realized this until just a second now. But what he does with the sword to turn into He-Man is almost exactly what I can't think of his Dr. Drake used to do with Mjolnir to turn into Thor.
Oh yeah, Donald Blake.
Donald Blake, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this is where we get a little bit of dialogue that explains that he's born in Eternia and all the things of monsters, magic, beasts, and X, Y, and Z. All these stories of fantasy where he comes from, they're real. So this leads me to wonder how they're going to handle the Earth stuff. I'm kind of curious about that. If he's going, because it cuts to him on Earth with all these drawings on the wall and stuff. Do y'all think he's going to remember his childhood on Eternia, or is it going to be like dreams or visions? Or
I don't think he does, just because of the very short scene that we've seen so far in the flying thing.
He knows.
You think so?
Yeah, because he tried to go get that sword that he thought was his.
Yeah, I think we might, because there's magic in this, all this stuff. So I'm wondering if like when he gets spirited away to Earth, I think like to protect him kind of thing as a kid. I'm wondering if he remembers or if they kind of like glamour him. You know what I mean? Like, put a little spell on him so that he doesn't come back where it's dangerous.
Yeah, there might be something that triggers his memories.
I just honestly don't know. It could go a couple of different ways. But judging from the look of his room with how much stuff is in there, it's either like Transformers with Shia LaBeouf having these visions and he's just drawing, or he legit remembers it. I think he knows, but maybe feels abandoned. What does everyone else think? Does he remember his childhood in Eternia? Is he actively trying to get back to Eternia, or is he chasing down something he's seen in a vision? He identifies it as his sword later, but we get this in the biggest missed opportunity in cinema history to put Cringer in there.
Come on.
Yeah, they so should have put Cringer in there. That's the name of his battle cat, Steve, that he actually powers up.
I figured so.
Yeah, dude.
The blue one?
The green cat. Yeah, green tiger, giant tiger. It looked amazing. It was
someone online actually did do it with. They actually like photoshopped it and did it with it.
Yeah, I jacked it and posted it on my page even. But yeah, they should have definitely put Cringer in there. Now I want to point this out. This is MGM, but this is you can't see it right there. If it plays out just a little bit more, it says at the bottom like this is an Amazon company. Amazon's making this. The same studio or the same company that's bringing us Voltron with Henry Cavill later this year. So it looks like Amazon's really leaning into the 1980s. Maybe there's someone over there that's smart now after they kind of wrecked Lord of the Rings. They're like, maybe we should try something else. There's a lot of people in a certain age range that have abandoned the MCU. Wonder if we can rope them in. It's also, in my opinion, means it doesn't have to be a massive financial success at the box office.
True.
Don't remember what happened with Red One. Red One had a $250 million budget without marketing.
Oh.
They put it in the theaters. It made $180 something million in theaters. They even allowed Amazon Prime members to go see it for free. When they posted it up on their streaming platform, on their Amazon Plus or Prime or whatever it's called, because of the viewership of that, they greenlit the sequel within a week.
Wow.
NBC, I think, showed it on their network this year, I think. Or it's also on Peacock now, too. I know it was on Prime, but
DJ, what is going on? He said, I'm stoked Amazon is leaning into the 80s. Can't wait for the movie about my dad's drug problem. Looking forward to that one as well. That's going to be a good one. It gets really dark, guys. Be prepared. Emma Stone stated they did have it planned for Cringer to be in the MGM logo, but the director was against it, said it would ruin the surprise of Cringer's reveal. That's fair. Well, now that it's been revealed, maybe like when you go to see the movie, they'll have him in there. Loved Rings of Power, and you can have it.
Season two was much better than season 1 because they actually got to the Rings of Power.
Weird how that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's nothing about it that I couldn't even continue watching it. So yeah, you see the castle getting invaded, him getting spirited away, all that stuff. And then we get to that. Dude, I nailed it. The part that lit the internet on fire. Adam Glenn. He, him. In the real world, he's sitting here depressed at his desk with his pronouns, and he's getting fussed at by his boss about spending his day looking up, searching for swords because he says it's weird. Now, the pronoun thing did exactly what you expected it to do. It fired up the part of the internet that you expected it to, and it didn't phase the part you expected it to. And then you have something interesting here. There's this new faction of people. There's so many people excited and looking forward to this that they already rationalized why this is in here. Instead of just doing the automatic complaining, calling it woke, they're like, guys, this is clearly a joke. It's He-Man. It's the original person who started the whole pronoun thing, like back in the 80s. It was clearly a joke, but a lot of people just want to be mad. A lot of people just want to pretend like it's not everywhere in cinema. But there are some of the most biggest typical agitators online that were defending this. And I'm like, that's crazy. Look at that. He-Man's unifying the parties here.
Yeah, I mean, if it was He-Man, but it was They-Ra later on, it was like, that would be different, but it's not. It's She-Ra. So
Red One was phenomenal. Steve, did this feel like a joke to you, or did this feel like, okay, we're doing that?
I didn't mind it. None of that stuff ever bothers me, but I didn't get any joke about it. No, I mean, like I said, I don't know too much about He-Man in general, to be honest with you. So, but
all right. So Loaders, to catch you up, the leader of Comicsgate is the person I'm referring to that is absolutely defending this. Ethan Van Sciver on Twitter is absolutely defending this and going to task against all the people crying woke because of this. So I think that's what I'm saying. That was kind of funny. Because of his age, he's probably a massive He-Man fan. And because he doesn't want to just blanketly like crap on something he's hoping is good, he got the joke. It was crazy.
It didn't bother me at all. I got the joke.
Yeah, then it kind of keeps going. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Rare He-Man is supposed to be him, right? Like he's supposed to be like the biggest badass in the universe, right? So
yes,
he is him, and he is him. So like I get it,
So yeah, and this isn't it, like, because it kind of becomes more apparent that it was a joke because right after this, you see his boss, like he's like this. He's supposed, like you said, he's the most powerful being in the universe, and he sits down at a desk across from this 90-pound lady who's his boss, who's getting on to him. And then the very next scene, he gets a little text that someone found his sword, and then he heads out to go get his sword at the little toy store where there's this Easter egg galore in the toy store, all the way down to the statue that's holding his sword. Mm-hmm. Is like the original design or whatever it was of the. Now, like, I'm going to need DVH or someone else to point that out. I don't know what the original design was. This statue has a name, like pre-He-Man name. Paul, Cliff is waiting on the top 5 GL covers from you, sir.
Okay.
Just making sure you saw that. I saw Cliff mentioning that, or someone mentioning that earlier in the week, and I commented on the live stream. Wait a minute. Everyone loves Green Lantern now? That's awesome. Perfectly timed, too. He has a TV show coming out this year. Mm-hmm. Paul's got some Green Lantern covers now. Here we go. It's a cute throwaway joke. People are just butthurt because they are the butt of the joke. It's only funny because people get mad about it. That's fair. It's also meta. This is before he knows he can transform into He-Man. Right. Yeah. So you have like the pronoun thing. You have the little bitty lady, little skinny lady who's his boss. And then when he gets in here to the sword, he gets fussed at by a little skinny blue-haired girl. Like, if y'all can't see like the building joke here, like he's about to be escaping this world of kind of all it kind of looks very obvious to me.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Thank you. Of He-Man, which is now in action figure form and is a Target exclusive. What's the name of it though? This statue has a name. This character. I have not watched Renfield yet, but it looks good. But anyways, this is where it gets good. This is where they go to find him, and the whole this summer discover how he gets his power. Teela comes and picks him up. Let's see if I can catch it.
Who is that? That looks like the girl from House of the Dragon.
This is Man at Arms' daughter. I don't know the actress name. That. I mean, I can pull up everybody's the filmography.
No, I'm doing it right now.
Thank you. But this doesn't, Paul, does this not look like the clip that gets memed to death of He-Man laughing?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Tell me that's not intentional. That's perfect. They hit hyperdrive and he's just laughing and loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it's a girl from Riverdale.
That's right. You big Riverdale household?
We watched the first couple seasons, but not after that. It got weird.
It didn't get very like supernatural and
it did. Well, yeah, which is what happens in the comic books. Which so you knew at some point that was going to happen.
So they show up.
Now,
big reveal.
They have this. They show the cat there, so
Cringer,
it's not like they're just exact. So it's not like why couldn't they put him at the beginning?
Yeah, I guess they wanted him to be seen first in the trailer, but now that he's been seen, we shouldn't see a regular MGM logo. That'll be a crime to continue to show that regular old lion. Not when we have Cringer.
Right.
But this is awesome. You got Roboto. That's Kristen Wiig is playing the big robot, which is kind of the weird casting, but doesn't matter. Idris Elba playing Man at Arms, who's like probably the second most recognizable, iconic character behind He-Man and Skeletor, being your big good guy, big bad guy. Teela, who from my memory is Man at Arms' daughter. And then Cringer, aka Battle Cat. Oh, here's the guy's name, Nicholas
Gallatin.
Yeah, I'm too southern to review names.
He was great in that Amazon. Obviously, maybe that's why he got the role, but he was great in that Cinderella Amazon movie.
Okay, I hadn't seen that. Loader said he was in an Amazon flick called Red, White, and Royal Blue as well.
He was in another movie where he played like a pop star and like a.
Oh, so yeah, I remember that one. Yeah,
and he hooked up with like a 40-plus-year-old chick.
Mm-hmm.
He was great in every
movie.
You're into
weird stuff, Mr. Berkland.
Appreciate it. Live in a household.
No judgment, just There's Man at Arms, and this is why I get the idea that we might be doing like a rebellion thing. Like I think this might be from like some scenes before He-Man gets back to Eternia when they're all geared up, because there's Man at Arms with a full beard, not in his full armor. So I'm wondering if we get like some kind of like a ragtag battle kind of thing. I don't know. Let me get into some of the action sequences, the good stuff. And this shows up, this pulls up. You got all the Skeletor warriors here. Let's see if I can get it to hit. Oh, the first reveal.
Yep.
What'd y'all think when y'all saw Skeletor? Because realistically, I know this is what I was thinking. Wasn't everyone just thinking this as a trailer is playing? Okay, cool, but show me Skeletor. I can go back and rewatch all this, but show me Skeletor. Because we need to see Skeletor. Like y'all are worried about revealing the cat. Show us Skeletor. We need to see what he looks like.
Yeah, and I was stoked when they showed Skeletor as well. It's like, and yeah, Evil's Comics he's right. Mike is right. It's like having having those eyes.
I don't know much about him, but I knew that he was gonna be the bad guy in the movie. That's all.
So in the original one, it's face prosthetics. You can see Frank Langella's whole head and stuff. If you look at the cartoons, he has his hood up and you only see like the front of the face and the jaw. And the jaw almost looks like it's floating because it's just all black inside the hood. They literally brought the cartoon to life. Mm-hmm. You can't see the whole skull. You just see what you see there, it's almost got this uncanny vibe to it. It's so accurate, you don't expect to see that in live action.
It's just magic, right?
What's that?
Well, you said like the whole like Eternia is just all magic. So
yeah, there's all kinds of different creatures and beings. Like there's
that's why he looks like
in on this. Yeah. So there's so many different iterations. Yeah, until we meet again. There's been so many different iterations of He-Man. Like there's one where he's just a creature from a different dimension that came in waging war. There's a more modernized one where he's like He-Man's uncle that gets his face hit with acid. So there's been comic stuff. There's all kinds of things. If Leto does his Joker laugh. Yeah, dude, he looks wicked. And then we start getting into some action shots. They show Fisto there. Tons of characters. Legit tons of characters. Oh, get it.
So we're almost two-thirds through the trailer, and we have yet to see him in his He-Man outfit.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying right there. Like he's not looking like he's swinging at Trapjaw there. And Trapjaw there is a big character, Steve. One of the first things John Jang did, like 6-7 years ago on the Sci-Fi Channel, he was on this little featurette as an artist, like before he was like a comic cover artist, because he was just a concept artist for movies and stuff. He was on there and he drew a quick sketch of Trapjaw.
Oh,
what's cool on his hand there?
That's his mechanical arm. Yeah, one arm is mechanical. His jaw. Okay. His bottom jaw is metal, like these jagged, sharp teeth on just the bottom jaw. Okay. He looks from here, 1,000% accurate. Like couldn't be closer if you tried.
Why do we have to wait till 2024, 2025, 2026 for movies to start being comic book accurate or cartoon
source accurate?
Yeah, like I feel like they tried so hard to like make it look like believable and realistic and gone at the leather and all of that. Just go with what works, man. Go with what everyone knows. Dude, sounds like everyone's happy with it, you know?
Dude, so yeah, look at the chat. Have you seen any negativity in the chat on it yet?
No, none.
Yeah, there's Beastman. Now, this is one of the villains, one of the characters, part of Skeletor's horde that actually was in the original movie as well. He's a popular toy because weren't these flocked figures, the early ones? Some of these, like Moss Man, you could get a flocked version of the toy. I think Beastman was like that too. Yeah, it does look like it should be with a big skeleton on it, but yeah, Skeletor rocks at Snake Mountain. So that's kind of funny. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, it looks like he sees his mom again. You got Evil Lynn right there. That's Skeletor's right-hand woman, also featured in the original movie.
I don't know any of them.
Yeah, that's Evil Lynn. She was played by Meg Foster in the original, and that's going to be a tough act to follow right there. But do you got the casting on this one? Who's playing her? Because I remember
who is it? What's the person's name?
Evil Lynn.
Alison Brie.
Alison Brie is familiar to you?
I mean, she's who everyone thinks is very, very, very attractive.
Okay, you got her filmography there?
Was she in Community? Was she the blonde-haired girl in Community?
That sounds right.
Or one of them. Yeah. Maybe not the blonde-haired girl, but maybe
she was in Community. She was for 110 episodes.
Wow, good catch, Paul. He's like, I watched 110 episodes. I saw her name so many times.
Exactly.
Can't forget.
Right.
Like the Blimpies commercial with the repetition.
Yeah, Deadpool's girlfriend, Marina Baccarin, is supposed to be in this movie.
Yeah, she's playing. God, was she playing? He-Man's mom.
Sorceress.
Oh, she's playing Sorceress. Yeah, I don't think we get a good shot of Sorceress in the trailer. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, where'd it go?
That's incredible.
Gringer. Yeah, I'm trying to get the shot of it. See, this is jumping at the spaceship here. Is that Man of Arms leaping at the ship there? Little turbos on his back. That's got Ragnarok vibes to me when they're on the bridge.
It does.
Ragnarok.
It does. It has Stranger Things episode 7.
I was gonna say, it reminds me of Elle jumping at the spider.
Oh, let's go. And look at this ship, how cool it looks.
The 12-leg spider.
Mike says, yeah, Man at Arms leaping. That shot is really great, though. I don't care if we've seen it before. It works here. And Cringer with his roar going on. Steve, by the end of this, like this this only ends in one way or another, but before it does, this cat will be covered in armor with He-Man on his back, holding onto the straddle with one hand with his sword in the air in the other. And I'm predicting that this will be one of those, if you go on opening weekend, get there on premiere night, this will be a crowd roaring event like Minecraft is for children.
Really?
You're going to see adults like, dude, I think it will. Dude, I legit think it will. How many people in this chat would probably audibly cheer in the theater, even a little bit? Like, can't help it. You got to get like one or two claps in or something when you see He-Man take off on Battle Cat.
I'm thinking He-Man on Battle Cat would be awesome for a popcorn bucket.
Oh, wouldn't it though? You're going to charge us $80. Give us that'll be our sword replica, Paul. It'll be a $75 sword that you put popcorn in the hilt, but it can only hold 4 kernels. Yeah, C34 said 100%.
I probably I if I had to guess, I would say Castle Grayskull will be the popcorn bucket.
The big one?
Yeah.
Think if the movie is good and when they transform, I'll break and cry. I'm going to rent a theater for this one. I'm shouting, I have the power. We all are.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to say a line to get the power?
Bro, he grabs the sword, he throws it in the air and yells, I have the power, and every bit of it channels through him, and he becomes the baddest SOB that has ever existed.
I don't think he actually has to say it, but
you have to.
But it's kind of like Green Lantern. He just needs to, but it's kind
of like
saying the oath helps him, and it makes sure that the ring is against the lantern the right amount of time, type of a thing. It adds to the dramatic effect.
It's like if you throw the morpher out there and you hit it, like if you got duct tape on your mouth, you know what I'm saying? It's probably going to let you morph. But by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. Like, dude, it's even if you go back and watch the 87 one, when Dolph grabs the sword that's locked into the throne in Castle Grayskull and Skeletor's hitting him with the electricity, and he pulls away, then he grabs it again, and he flinches with the electricity and just rips it out. Like, dude, that moment's crazy. I can't wait till we see it done as accurate as this trailer portrays it. Because you see the power come down through Castle Grayskull, you see it hit him, absolutely lights him up. Let me see if I can get this. Golly, just look at that. I want it, man. Where is it? It doesn't like me. That, Steve, that is literally bringing the cartoon shot to life.
Okay, I do.
And it's going to be hard to walk this forward like half a second, but when it goes up, his whole body is going to be surrounded by that glow, and it's going to come down and hit him and just illuminate the whole man. And his costume comes on, and like, look at that. That's it. Look at that. Like, dude, that is insane. That is insane. I'm so excited for you, Steve, because you get to. It's going to be fun lore because it's going to be fresh. You know what I mean? It's going to be an entire world of fun characters. I still recommend going back and watching the Dolph Lundgren one.
Similar to Shazam. Gotcha.
It's how the power of Grayskull is involved. Yeah, where the power gets channels through, right? I mean, disappointed if he doesn't say it. He says it in the trailer. Yeah, he says it in the trailer. He yells, I have the power. But look at that. Look at that. Dude's like ripped like Rambo.
Yeah,
like I was worried, really flexing.
I was worried about him doing this. Like, he's a great actor, but I was like, man, he's a skinny guy. Can he get big? To his credit, he did.
Yeah, he did. He really did. I've seen some of those critiques. I think Cliff is the only person I've shared some screen time with over the last week who's on the same tirade I am against the people who said he's too small to play He-Man. That's crazy. Like, that's cuckoo. That doesn't even make sense because unless you CGI a person, you get a ripped man. Like, the power isn't in his size; it's in his power. Dolph Lundgren was the perfect body size. This guy's not little at all. Like, I just cross my fingers that the people think that he's too small, bump into him in the grocery store and get an idea of how big this dude is because you can see it. But God, that shot is incredible. And then you get a little bit of man, let me kill this. That's killed. Get a little bit of action with him there. Boom, dude, dude,
boom.
That's the coolest part. Like, he's at that perfect size where he's ripped like Rambo, but he's also agile. You know, the dude the sword work looks good.
Yeah.
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 What do you think of the trade dress? It's not the original. It looks like the new stuff that kind of brands all the figures and all that.
I like it.
I think it looks cool. I like that the A and the R kind of dropped.
Oh yeah, yeah.
To like make up that space between of the before universe.
Works good.
Yeah.
Great logo.
Yeah.
It looks retro but new to me. It has some retro vibe to it.
Well, when you add that like that I don't even know what you call it. Like that effect where it looks like it's glowing but also like lights bouncing off of it at the same time.
Kind of shimmering.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I like that.
And if you look at the side of the M, like how it's like 3D, the sides of the letters are stone. Like when you get a chance to like look at it closer, it looks like it's carved out of stone, and then the red is on top of it. Surprise again, the cross on his chest. Yeah, dude. Instead of him having like a fur burger bikini on, he's got a small tunic, which works better. But the chest straps, the symbol, like with the red cross, perfect. And they give us the big reveal at the end here. So see, this is Snake Mountain. With all the toys that have ever existed for Snake Mountain, there's a snake popping out of the top of it. That's the snake. And you have Skeletor standing there in its mouth over the lava. The newer figures, the newer play sets are a lot cooler. It looks like this is more based on the newer ones than the original one. But this is where it gets nuts.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
Bro, that was insane. When they showed this and you got the blue skin, he's muscular. You can kind of see the sinew and stuff. He's got the chaos staff. Its eyes are glowing. Skeletor's eyes are red. Like this is literally just Skeletor brought to life.
Do you think that's a suit or do you think that's all CGI?
I think that's the way Jared Leto's body is shaped. They just painted him blue.
I don't know about that.
I think it's probably a rubber suit if I had to guess.
Yeah, maybe. And maybe they went in and post and just got rid of all the wrinkles and whatnot, like they did with Superman's suit in the movie.
Yeah, we missed some other stuff, but you can go back and see it. There's a couple of other characters, like what's his name? DVH Spycore. He kind of looks like Beastman a little bit, but he doesn't have the fur. He's got spikes all over his body. You can tell it's like a practical suit. So it looks like they're doing a good bit of practical effects, which will probably, have the CGI brushing over him after through the end. I expect that's what this is more or less, is a practical suit with CGI cleanup on it. But man, it looks amazing. And then you get a little bit of Skeletor in action. Let's push the limit here, guys. Yeah, there's a good shot of the He-Man suit with the red cross on the chest. Yeah, tell me that guy's little. It doesn't even make sense. Does that guy look little to y'all?
No.
And look at his haircut. Dude, his haircut's even right.
Yeah.
Mattel will make a crap load if they do the toys right. I think they're kind of doing those retro card back ones like they already do. I think I've seen some of that on the onlines.
They did it right. They got a guy that looks athletic that he just put on muscle for the role, I mean, that's how it's supposed to be done versus a guy who's muscular. It's really hard to make him look athletic.
Bro, yeah, I think you're right, dude. That's the way to go. Just get the athletic guy and get him in shape. They have these wicked training camps all these studios have access to, these amazing diet plans and stuff.
I mean, like, I love Reacher. I think he's great, but like, you can tell that dude is not athletic at all.
No, and he was born that big.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was born here.
Yeah, you could tell his knees are bothering him and all that stuff,
Yep.
That's one I remember was a logo for Bats with the Lou Diamond Phillips Reed Sab, and then the logo flipped from being upside down. He has the perfect size guy. I think even women would go see this film. Yeah. Hopefully everyone goes and sees it. My whole family's going. I showed the trailer to my mom. She's like, "Oh my goodness, that looks good." He-Man, huh? I thought he'd be bigger. Yeah. So yeah, Wicked. It was an amazing. They called that a teaser trailer, y'all. That was called a teaser trailer. It felt like a proper trailer. It didn't even feel like a teaser. They gave us a little bit of everything in it.
I love how they do the teasers of the teaser now.
Yeah, that exact so weird.
Yeah.
We got a trailer coming. I'm going to need a trailer for it so people know.
Yeah. And I'm only going to put it out one day ahead of time.
Yeah.
I mean, they did that with Superman too.
Yeah, they do it with a lot of stuff now. Hell, they did it with the Jack Black, Paul Rudd Anaconda comedy movie. That movie trailer for a trailer.
It looks ridiculous. Stuff. It looks absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah,
but I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday I looked on Fandango at home to see if it was in that $20 to buy it early phase, just because I wanted to watch something new. It wasn't. Mm-hmm. So DC, in proper fashion, they learned a thing or two last year with some marketing stuff. Like whether you like what they did or not, their marketing battle was successful. They dominated the trending lists all year long. So naturally, I think DC was prepared and wanted to do a little clapback. Steve, what did DC release this week?
They released a new Supergirl teaser, 26 seconds of goodness, including our guy Jason Momoa as Lobo, and my God, the internet was on fire.
Yeah, you get a look at his hook. You get a look at the space bike.
I mean, it's the only problem I had with it. I think he looks amazing. The only problem I had with it, I didn't love the teeth. Everything else, perfect. And I know it's supposed to be comic accurate. That's the only thing I'm like, we could have done without that.
This is an extremely cleaned up photo of it.
Yeah.
I saw somebody pointing out how it kind of looks like makeup right now. It looks like white powder that they painted Jason Momoa with. It doesn't really look organic skinny yet. I was kind of bummed out about the bike, if I'm being honest. I'm excited for Lobo, but I wanted to see his proper Space Hog. I don't want to see wheels on it. I want to see big old engines on it. I want to see it hovering off the ground.
They integrated the 26 seconds into a new Supergirl trailer too. They played it during the football game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm going at Supergirl. I'm going to be happy for this summer.
Yeah, I mean, that was the one thing I think that everyone was kind of, I mean, in the first one, I think all we really had was we had kind of the eyes, and then we had the ashes or the embers of the cigar. That was kind of all that we saw of him. So this is our first really good look at Lobo. And so far, I mean, he certainly is comic accurate. That's for sure. Probably as comics accurate as they had in the series Krypton, if you guys remember that. But yeah, it was definitely doing well. Hey, Finn.
What up, Finn?
Hi.
Hey. Oh, he's still talking to him.
And DC also announced they're going to do a new Supergirl series, a couple of Supergirl series coming up. So they're rolling that stuff up.
Oh yeah, they're going to do the same thing they did for Superman. Yeah.
Superman and Batman and Joker had this series called The World. They're doing a Supergirl one coming out later this summer. They're doing another. There you go. Omega Man number 3.
Yes, sir. There it is. There it is. You gotta have it. You gotta have it ready.
Paul. Well, this one
you have it in reach.
Yeah, well, this one, and I support that. And these are part of the giveaway for the Legionnaires in the Legion tier channel membership. I pick up stuff and I stay ready. So when we get a little bit closer, that'll be put in there. You know, I got the crypto book as well. You know, and
what do you stay ready?
Stay ready. Yeah, that's an original also. You know, you got the foil Supergirl first appearance, but the Woman of Tomorrow and the Lobo. Those are originals.
You know why you stay ready, right?
Why is that?
So you don't have to get ready.
No, that's a good point. Always be prepared, as the Boy Scouts say.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, overall, I'll be honest with you guys. Like the Lobo footage didn't really excite me more or less. Like
really,
that shot we got of him walking up that little teaser that got me as excited as I think that it was going to get me. Now he's just there, kind of thing. He's like I maintained the excitement. I think he looks good, but I want to see him looking better for sure. And I think it's just the bike, man. I'm like, why is it rolling around on the ground? That was like literally the first thing I thought. Like, why is the bike rolling around on the ground?
See, I was excited, but not super excited for Supergirl. After seeing Lobo, I'm way more excited, way more. And I
The
think that's
14
most
people
people
watching. Where are y'all at on the Lobo excitement meter? I know everyone says the perfect casting job. Like I don't think there's any arguments there. But where are y'all at on the Lobo excitement? Nice to see Sinners getting nominated, but as far as R-rated movies go, Logan or it should have won.
Logan or It, the movie It.
Oh, Logan or It. Got you.
I think he's great. I mean, he's Jason Momoa in like any movie. He's always trying to pop a joke or have some fun, and he's kind of in that like place in his life where like he's like, okay, I want to make movies around roles that I enjoy doing, where I can have fun when I'm on set, and I think that's a perfect casting for Lobo, and that's a character he's been wanting to play for a long time. So I think it's great. I do.
Yeah, my only concern is I don't want people to come away and say, "Oh, look, it's Aquaman playing Lobo."
I could see that too.
There is a bar that he does have to meet a certain standard and exceed it. A bar has been set for live action Lobo.
Yeah, exactly. From Krypton, like we said.
Yep. So will he have the skull crotch in the Supergirl movie? The iconic skull crotch. There's even this iconic cover where it's just a regular cover, but the skull on the crotch is chromed out. Like,
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with
Me
it.
too.
Look at that. Donovan, so excited. There you go.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So we mentioned Oscars earlier.
Did
y'all? I'll be honest with you, there ain't too much that I want to go through with the Oscars. If there's anything y'all want to talk about with them, that's perfectly fine. There was no big standout or big shocking things. Sinners broke a record for 16 nominations. I went through them Friday night with the guys. I think some of them don't make any sense with Sinners being on there. I think some of them are most obviously make sense with Sinners on there. But
did you see the controversy about Avatar?
Tell me more.
That they don't understand how Avatar could be up for best costuming when they're all CGI.
Because all the costumes are still designed.
That's what they said, but there were people saying that it should not be eligible for best costuming because the actors
because
don't
that's
wear
the VFX.
Because
those are VFX people.
Don't wear costumes.
Gotcha. I could see that.
I don't care either way. I noticed I was reading about that this week.
I want to hit the
and the argument was exactly what you said. There are people who had to design the costumes that were then put into CGI in order for them to, and they actually create an entire costume, and then they digitize it, and then they do all that stuff. So that was the rebuttal to what the people had said.
Yeah, they still make them all. 2006 Academy Award nomination, particularly on platforms like Reddit, Threads, and social media. When anything credits Reddit and Threads first, like you know how I feel about that. Bizarre, undeserved, or even insult to the craft. No real costume argument. Big chunk of the backlash comes from the perception that Avatar films are heavily CGI driven with actors in motion capture suits. No actors actually wear the costumes on screen. They're all digital creation. Headline like people outraged as film where no actors wear costumes get nominated for costume design. That's not a unfair argument. Let's see. The defense. Here we go. Physical handmade costumes were created in detail by Scott and her team. So I can back that up with these books right here because you know I buy all the making of books and all the visual dictionary. All of the costume and outfits are actually in here, like not CG versions, like laid out on tables, and they show you the meaning of all the beads and like this is crazy how details get like where the leaves are from, the seaweed on them for the Met Cayenne clan. Like every bit of it has meaning and purpose and stuff. But yeah, I was aware that they actually make them, but that's not necessarily a bad argument. Like I know you're making them, but you're not filming them for to be shown. So I don't know. I don't really have a stance on that. I think that Avatar got snubbed with only 2 nominations. They should have gotten like nominated for best original song. Like you had Miley Cyrus come in and do a song for it. Like it's kind of obvious. Wicked got snubbed by some people's opinion.
Yeah, it's funny because from what I read, is more people thought that Ariana Grande got snubbed more than Cynthia Erivo. But yeah, and they didn't win anything for the original one too, so people were expecting it more. For the
I didn't
sequel.
even see the second one. The first one was okay. I'm just not.
I haven't seen the second one yet. I enjoyed the first one awfully good bit. And me and Paul talked about it. I didn't make it to see the second one, and the general consensus with is the first one's the good half because it's the play, you know. Sure. So like the most iconic music, the big moments, they're all in the first half kind of thing. So the second one didn't perform like the first one did. It didn't have that cultural moment that the first one did, but I don't know. So I didn't necessarily expect it to do something, but talking about costume designs, set designs, that seems like an obvious one in my opinion.
Right.
But Sinners got nominated for costume design, you know, like the t-shirts and jackets, just the regular shirts and jackets.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like some of these are kind of odd. What's going on, Garfong? But you know what didn't get any nominations, which is not shocking at all, but there's plenty of people online that are just, they can't believe it didn't get any nominations.
What?
Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I thought that oh God, what is his name? The guy that plays Lex Luthor.
Michael Holt? No, not Michael Holt.
Nicholas Holt.
Nicholas Holt. I thought he was fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, there's some great performances and stuff, but like and I know like we only watch what we watch. We kind of have like our niche kind of thing, movies, but there were people in the comments like, I can't believe it didn't get VFX. The VFX and Superman are good.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. I had thought that if it was going to get any nominations, it would have been in something like VFX or something like that, or costume or whatever.
Technical, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't expect any acting or anything like that, or writing or.
I can't take the Oscars seriously anymore. Superman should have at least got a nomination for one cat. I don't think it deserves a nomination for any category, to be honest with you.
I don't really care about awards.
After this year, it won't even be on regular television anymore. It'll be on YouTube.
I'm kind of over awards anyways. Like, you don't get anything for it other than just a trophy.
Money.
And who do you get money for it now? Because for a while they didn't get money.
You spend a lot of money. That's how you get nominated. You have to buy the little campaign package and stuff. Superman should have gotten costume. I don't know, because the costumes are even a dime a dozen. They've been doing the same costumes with that same crew through all the MCU stuff. And
true.
Yeah, there was, I don't know. In costume design, I think that Tron Ares, and I know I'm a little biased, but that was something we haven't seen in a while, is what they did for that. Yeah, the Nine Inch Nails original soundtrack, original songs for that. I think that was notable. The sound mixing in that and everything was noticeable. The quality of the VFX and something like Tron Ares, to get to Superman, you have to get through other obvious things that were not nominated either. Now, I didn't think that Ares deserved to be nominated, but I wasn't going to be surprised if like that original Nine Inch Nails Atticus and Trent song got nominated, because like that was like, that's kind of in my mind obvious when you have people creating original music for movies.
I thought that Superman was going to be a shoe-in for VFX because of the way they fixed his eyes from the trailer to the movie.
That's a good point. If they can do that, anything's possible.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you know what was not only nominated but won an Oscar, Paul? David Ayer, Suicide Squad.
There it is.
What did it win for?
I believe it was costume and one other thing. Might have been costume and music or sound. But yeah, the costumes in that were pretty freaking awesome.
F1, that's all I got to say to you, Garth Wong.
Yeah, that F1 got nominated for Picture of the Year.
It should win. It's so good.
Well, they've actually doubled the number of movies that they remember. It used to be like 5. Now I think it's 10. I think that they nominate for Best Picture.
Yeah, there's a lot. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein was in Picture of the Year, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like that's a costume, that's a set design, like movie of the year.
Jacob Elordi was nominated for Frankenstein for his portrayal.
That's fair, but in its totality, I thought that was odd. But there's 10 movies in there, so I guess anything's possible. And I think I'm with 34 on this. All-time costume design goes to the Princess Leia in Return of the Jedi. Why not? I'm
minimalist costume design.
Yeah. All right. What's your take on the trailer for the Darth Maul cartoon series?
Didn't watch it.
I like the trailer as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it looked incredibly cool. If you watch the Clone Wars stuff, like this, I'm like, this looked really tough, dude. It looked pretty hardcore. But it kind of bummed me out when I'm like, dude, they do live action, the Acolyte, they do live action Skeleton Crew, then they do cartoon Darth Maul. Like, bro, like if you want people to like you, do live action Darth Maul. Like, dude, he's like such a fan favorite. But it's probably one of those ones I might watch, I might not. It depends on what else is going on in life at that time. Steve, did you watch the new Game of Thrones 30-minute special miniseries kickoff called A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Negative. I heard you guys talking bad about it. Did not watch it. But you know what I did watch? Season 4, first like 7 or 8 episodes of Young Justice, because I watched the first episode or 2 and I thought it sucked. Then some crazy stuff happened. So I'm back on that train.
Is that one Invasion?
Phantoms,
yeah, okay. Yeah. It gets a little out in the weeds when you get to like the New Gods and stuff. Out of the 4, I think it was the weakest season, but they're all enjoyable.
Yeah, for sure. But I've not watched that, but I will give it a try at some point.
Well, guess who else gave it a try?
What'd you think?
It was shitty, literally.
I heard about the opening scene.
Yeah. It was that happened, and I'm like, what did I just watch? And then it ended, and I said to myself, what did I just watch? Because nothing happened.
The entire premise of episode 1 is this kid who grew up under the mentorship of this old drunk who claimed to once spend a night. The old guy dies in the opening scene, and he's burying him and picking up his sword and leaving to go figure out what to do with his own life. And he finds a tournament, and he enters the tournament, but he doesn't own anything. He doesn't have any money. So he's what's called a hedge knight because they sleep in the hedges. A bald-headed little kid he meets along the way offers to, I'll hang out with you. I'll help you out, clean your sword or whatever it is. And
is that a euphemism?
It could be. We don't know where this is going. We saw all the weird stuff that happened in the previous show, so who knows? But yeah, it started out with this weird scene of him pooping behind a tree, like with his head out one end and his butt out the other end, and just flying poop. And George R.R. Martin even said, "What is this now?" Like, I'm not necessarily against it, and I'm not saying that this young hedge knight wouldn't use the restroom. I'm just saying I wouldn't write about it.
Yeah, that is odd.
It was weird. Game of Thrones season 1 started out with like this iconic incest scene that threw everybody for a curve. Like, what did I just sign up for? So I guess I wanted to do something similar.
I guess
we already did that.
The good part about it, Steve, is that if you do watch it, it's only like 5 episodes and they're only like 30 some minutes each.
Okay, well, I'll give it a try.
So you can probably get through it pretty quickly.
Yeah, okay. Super short. But we get introduced to Robert Baratheon's grandfather, who he's like one of the main characters in season 1 of Game of Thrones. So it was cool seeing some of the little tie-ins to some of the stuff we know. This is set 80 years before Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So it's a time with no dragons or nothing.
Mention the Targaryens. And if you watch,
I think the little bald-headed kid's a Targaryen, right?
Did you watch the coming up this year on it afterwards, after the credits? Nope. A Targaryen ancestor does show up at one point.
Okay. Yeah, I had nothing against watching that. I just, like, as soon as it was over, I'm like, all right, something else. Yeah, I got to get caught up on Fallout Season 2. I hadn't even started it. Have either of y'all watched that?
I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes of Season 1, and then it just got kind of weird, man.
It's super weird, but Season 1 was good.
Yeah, I like Season 1. Episode 1 of Season 2 didn't really do anything for me, but I'll get back to it.
Yeah. I'll get to it eventually. All right, now the one that's really keeps the internet on fire. Before I get to that, I gotta go do something real quick. When I say do something, I want to run use the restroom and chugging coffee nonstop. But while I do that, you can make some announcements of what's coming up on the this week. It's a Guess That Key week and all that, right?
It is a Guess That Key week. Wednesday night we have Clef on Comics. We have the
Make yourself big.
The Whatnot God himself. I don't have access to be able to do that.
Oh, okay, my bad.
We have the Whatnot man himself, Collecting with Duras will be back with us. shows up all too often, all too infrequent on YouTube anymore. But he's all over or whatnot. And we'll be giving away some things. Let me just show you that since we have some time. We give away this Batman number. What is this? Number 47. The Batman reprint foil. We have Batman number 635. This is the Red Hood. This is the Matt Wagner foil. Then we have some things from some blind bags. We have DCKO number 1. This is the Mike Del Mundo
Nice.
foil variant from the blind bag. From the Batman blind bag, we have this is the Jorge number 1. This is the A cover, the foil version, only in the blind bag. We have another Batman number 1, but this is the Mike Watkins. I believe it's called Alliance Collectibles. I think special. This is a glow in the dark cover, and then from the Monsters number 8, the Christmas blind bag, we have Mark Spears Monsters number 1, the foil. This is the 1 in 300 version of the foil. So
that's awesome.
Wednesday night at 9.
Steve, what's coming up on your stuff?
Okay, so I did a preview, but I'm gonna do like a full review of Absolute Batman 16 that comes out this week. I am gonna try to start getting back into making my CGC like what is it worth versus what did I pay for it, and how rare is it videos. I need to get back into that. But I have been having a lot of fun again posting just on Instagram and
like the reels.
Like reels, but also just like I've been trying to post like a single comic book per day too. So like today I posted, gosh, what was it? It was a Superman Man is Still 18. And then the other day, I'm trying to post just like a slab or a bigger book every day, but also some funny reels. I'm just trying to have fun right now because my channel's kind of run its course, and it is what it is. So
that's super fair. How did that one that you were testing out, the invest whatever one, end up doing for you?
Not great. It did. I mean, it did about the same as all my other videos. I mean,
I remember back in the day, like those are the ones that would be like the highest viewed ones.
And maybe it still will. Like you never know. Like I have videos right now. If I go back and look at my analytics, like the videos that are popping off right now are from like years ago. Like I made a video about how I would never buy from golden auctions because people overpay on there. And when that new show came out a couple weeks ago, like that video started popping off again, and CGC raised its prices. And my old video about how much does it cost to grade comic books right now with CGC, that video is popping off. So
you have to put like a date stamp in the beginning of those now.
What's that?
I should have put like a date stamp at the beginning of it.
I should. I should have.
Or even better at the end.
Yeah.
That way when they started up, like, okay, this is good. I should watch this. And then they get to the end, like, shit. This is not a date.
Yeah, I mean, it was published July 2024. And right now it's my second most watched video in the last 2 days. So
wow. Nice. What's going on, SCG? All right, guys, let's hit on it. Steve, I know that you've been watching it. Forefront, tip of the spear. I can't get Steve to shut up about it in my DMs. He rarely mentions it in public. He refuses to acknowledge that he watches it, but he will not stay out of my DMs. Star Trek Starfleet Academy episode 3 dropped this week. I managed to watch it before we went live. I was late to getting around to it, but we have a resident Star Trek expert, like literally seen it all. So Paul, weigh in. Tell us what happened. Tell us what you thought. What did me and Steve miss? Easter eggs, context clues.
Probably the biggest Easter eggs were probably the two mascots for each of both the Starfleet Academy and the War College. Each of them, the one for Starfleet Academy is this. I'm never going to remember the name of the beings, but it's basically this big white abominable snowman with a horn.
Yeah,
that appeared in one episode of the original series.
Well, that's cool.
And the one that is the War College, which was kind of like this bullfrog with like a duck's bill almost, appeared in one episode of the Next Generation. And that's how they got those two mascots from that. This basically was kind of showing the beginnings of the what's the goings on at the Starfleet Academy, and how they're basically having this prank war between the War College and Starfleet Academy, and how Holly Hunter's character, Captain Ake, basically kind of underhandedly tells her group what to do to finally put the entire prank war to bed forever, by giving them clues that they don't even know are clues until the end. But yeah, that's basically how that happened. So this was definitely more of a 90210 type episode than the Star Trek, but there were some interesting things as well, though, I thought.
Yeah, the premise of this one was literally just war games between the two college campuses, the War College and the Starfleet one. It was whimsical, fun. It was used the character that's kind of like the jerky jock who did the spacewalk in the first episode to save him. It was kind of his character focused episode. He's so sure of himself even when he's failing because his machismo. And the girl, the main girl in there, had to take charge and lead the team into getting like a moral victory in the battle, and he had to learn the error of his ways, kind of thing. It also revealed that the blue lady that people were critical of having that female character of, because it's a male only species in lore that we talked about. I forget what it's called. It's like part Klingon, part
Jem'Hadar.
Jem'Hadar. Yeah, we get to see her being like drill sergeant, kind of doing her job, kind of her situation, kind of in the school, and also find out that she is in a relationship with the other lady, Tig Notaro, who's going to cook her Klingon fusion for dinner.
Right.
So that was a big thing. Those characters. So I'm expecting to see a lot more of them. But it was kind of funny what they did with the plant, because we got to see him in like horticulture class, like with this alien plant species. And Holly Hunter is kind of the chillest captain that's ever existed, I think. She's really forgiving, and they kind of lean into that. The big event that happened in Discovery called the burn, like anybody and everything post burn is definitely, with this group of writers and this group of producers, they really look at things vastly different. And I'm no Star Trek aficionado, but I can hear what they're saying. And they keep referencing and pointing out, like, I'm chill on these kids because they came up in the burn. I'm lenient with them because they came up in the burn. I'm not strict on them because they came up in the burn. Like, that's not going to do it with them, kind of thing. So,
and she's chill also because she's been around like 800 years.
Yeah, but
she's a Lathronite, I believe is what they call him.
Yeah, she has zero structure and discipline and behavior modification practices up until this episode, where she does some fussing at them. She kind of fusses at the way that they participated in the war games, but you come to find out that she was just really telling them how to go get the other guys and get one up on them. So that kind of threw a curveball. So she's not big on discipline, kind of the opposite. It's a big cat. You got to.
He's a Pomsky. I thought he was a Husky.
He's a
Pomeranian in the Husky family.
Pomeranian Husky.
In that situation, I hope the Pomeranian was the dad.
So he just looks like a Husky. He's just shorter. I would say he's probably
bred Siberian Huskies for years.
That's really cool.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, I would say he's probably like 70% Husky, 30% Pomeranian. He's just a little short little guy, but I mean, if you look at him, you'd still think that's a pretty big dog. Just not tall.
Speaking of popular shows you wouldn't watch, but your wives might. Do any of your wives watch Heated Rivalry?
No, but I've heard some stuff. They were discussing that.
Said no.
What's it about? They were talking about on the radio the other day and asking.
It's about two gay hockey players on HBO Max.
It's about crossing sticks.
Yeah, exactly. It's about two gay hockey players. Actually, there's more than two. From what I
whole team.
But they were no, I don't know. But they actually they had the 2 stars, gave away one of the awards at the Golden Globe last week. It's everyone supposedly is talking about it.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd heard about it only because they were talking about it on the radio.
Pretty graphic.
I don't know anything about it.
With the male sex, from what I understand.
Well, that might be why I haven't heard about it. For one, I'm not big on sports stuff, and I don't watch too much gay porn of any variation, whether girls or guys. I'm not big into porn. Not really my jam.
Okay. All right. No one said that word except for you. So, did someone?
Well, he said it was pretty. He said it was pretty graphic, hot and heavy.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
but I never said anybody was completely nude.
Although it's HBO. I looked. It's HBO.
Yeah, but it was actually. Well, my understanding is actually it's a Canadian show that HBO Max bought.
Gotcha.
I think to show in the United States. He's amazing. Cliff says.
Yeah, haven't checked it out. My wife watches like Gold Rush right now. Like she's like hooked on old episodes of Gold Rush. Luckily, there's like 26 seasons. So like she got caught up on it. We went back to the beginning. So we're like back when like Parker was only 17 and his grandfather's still alive. It's really like Gold Rush has become nostalgic. It's been around so long. It's kind of wild. Did I ever watch that show on Discovery Channel, Gold Rush?
No.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
You guys ever see those videos where they're like, would you rather have like a silver bar or a Hershey's bar? And like everyone says, I'd rather have a Hershey's bar. They think the silver is worth nothing, not realizing it's like $250 to $500.
Yeah. I know that Mark LOLs, but there's a reason queer men and women really like it. It's a gay romance hockey show, and women really love romance and smut. That's fair. Yeah, like I'm not. Yeah, my wife just doesn't really watch smut stuff. It could be because like she's I don't know. That's just not the kind of content she's really into. I know a lot of women like those. What are they called? Like Harlequin romance novels, and like you remember Fabio, like the old novels and stuff with him on the cover of like every one of them. And
he's the one that got hit in the face by a bird when he was on the roller coaster.
Oh wow, Bus's moneymaker. But yeah, I'm just not the demographic. Love Gold Rush. Watched it with my dad a lot. That's good stuff. She reads like mystery and stuff, right? She reads like fantasy stuff, and I joke with her all the time about like it being smut because it's such a stereotype. What you're so spot on the money. A lot of women do, but she reads like a bunch of like trilogy and like stuff like that. City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of. So it's like a City of series of books.
Who's the author?
Lairs Not. Like she has tons of books right here.
Tell her
something Claire.
Tell her that Burke's wife reads Colleen Hoover.
I'm seeing if there's any of those over here.
Has she read all those books, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if like they were in a pile next to your mail and neither one of them have ever been opened.
No, you're aware, Paul, my toy, the toy shelf, like the bottom 2 rows are like her books. The whole Mercedes Lackey series that's been around for a long, long time. She loves all those. She read them when she was little and all through her life. And so like stuff that's in that vein of stuff, you know.
Yeah, my wife loves those books.
Jesus, Joe. Yeah, Kyle might have a bunch of those books. She's got a lot more books that aren't on this shelf. She burns through them. She'll read like a book in 2 days.
She once took me to a Colleen Hoover movie without telling me what the movie is about. She's like, I really want to see this movie. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, what's it about? And she's describing it, not telling me that it's like a Western, which obviously like almost all of her movies are like a love story. So I just assumed that, but then it was an older movie too. So I can't remember the name of it, but it was actually pretty good.
You?
No, but we did watch that at home.
Reminders of Him. Confess. I don't recognize any of these movies. That's wild. She has a lot of them though. It Ends with Us.
That movie is the one that caused the most controversy because it had Blake Lively in it.
That's that one with
Yes.
Doobity.
Justin Baldoni.
That guy, yeah. That controversy's still going.
Yeah, because they released Ryan Reynolds' text the other day.
Oh shoot! Really?
Yeah.
No.
That movie's actually good. I did like it.
Yeah, she kind of self-cooked on that one. I don't know if y'all followed that drama at all or kept up with it.
Yes, I mean a little bit, but my
Blake
wife
and Ryan were kind of like, you kind of see the shiesty side of them in a massive, massive way. Like, I mean, a massive way. Like planned gaslighting and targeted attack on this guy's reputation so that she can front run a project that wasn't ever hers to begin with. She was hired as an actress to come in on somebody else's thing, and she just completely took it over and turned this movie about domestic violence into like this flowery red carpet event kind of thing. It's so weird, man. So weird. But yeah, that's all I really got. It's after 10 o'clock. I can't quit coughing. It's getting a little chilly. Yeah. Y'all, anything else y'all want to hit on?
Can't think of anything.
I watched The Rip. It was very good. One of the best at-home movies I've ever seen. Action phenomenal. Obviously great acting. Obviously.
Yeah, that's like modern day direct to video, right? Direct to Netflix.
It was
Matt
so
Damon,
good,
Ben Affleck.
I mean,
Green Lantern pops up at the tail end.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, dude. I mean, it's Coach. Yeah, you're talking about Coach Taylor there. Yeah, I loved
Chandler, I think.
Yeah, Kyle Chandler. That's his name. Yeah, phenomenal. Great twist endings to that. Great action.
Really performance driven movie. Like and the performances were great. Like you really are in it. You're like, I want to know who the bad guys are. Like good tense moments and everything.
My wife said that the movie we were talking about was called Redeeming Love, and that's actually by Francine Rivers. So I'll put in the private chat the two authors for your wife.
That's okay.
And then the Landman ended last week. Phenomenal. If you've not seen it, it's one of the best ways possible to end a season. And honestly, they could probably end the show that way.
You said Landman?
Landman. Have you seen the finale?
Me and Kyle watched two more episodes today, but we have like 2 more to go because we only watched that one together, so I'm behind on that. Don't blow up my spot with that one yet.
All I'll say is it ends perfectly, and it's a great way to end the season and the show if they wanted to end that way. So,
such a sweetheart, Sledge.
And the new Mario movie trailer came out.
And Super Mario Brothers Galaxy movie.
We get Yoshi, baby. We get Yoshi.
Yeah, that was super cool. It looks fun. Really looks fun. I remember how much the kids like the first one. They still watch it at bedtime. It's one of the ones, there's like a 10 movie rotation that they say turn this on. They fall asleep to movies that they enjoy always firing up. It's in the rotation. It's in the rotation. But yeah, we watched the trailer for that today. Finn and Monkey both were excited about it.
Yeah. My daughter thought it looked pretty cool.
Paul, did you see the trailer for that?
I did. Actually, I saw the one that was in the theater as well, but then they have a new one, right? With the mushroom guy. Is that Yoshi? That's Yoshi, right?
Dinosaur, the little green dinosaur.
Yeah. Yoshi's the guy, the mushroom guy. That's Toad.
Okay.
Your question really just answered any question I would have at that point. What did you think? Are you excited? Like, oh, you mean the mushroom guy, Yoshi?
But I saw the one in the theater where you're supposed to think, there's the guy in his castle, whatever, and he walks through and they're like, he's like this little tiny thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks fun. Looks fun for sure. Thank you for sharing that in the private chat, Steve. I'll be sure to pass that information along.
He doesn't care.
No, but Sledge said he's throwing the books. Sledge is bringing me some stuff. He said he's including those books, so they will get to my wife. And apparently, out of Sledge, I watched Finest Kind. It was not for me. But he produced it. Finest Kind. Not familiar with that one.
I donated like the trilogy of books of 50 Shades of Grey that my wife read to a place like last year, where I got all those Wolverine books. Anyways, I was expecting them to like give me a discount considering I donated like a bunch of stuff. No, 0 discount. But it's a thrift store.
You don't do it because you want something in return. You do it out of the kindness.
No, I know. I obviously I wasn't mad about it. I was like, hey, maybe they'll give me a discount. And nope. It was fine though.
Well, we're gonna cut it off there, guys. I'm ready to go lay down. I'm about to go watch Night of the Seven Kingdom. I've got about 7 packages that'll be going out this week. So if you're watching this show, I can't promise anything's coming to you, but there's 7 packages coming out this week to 7 unsuspecting people. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little video about it, but I'm not going to release the video until about a week after they're sent off. So be on the lookout, because over the past about 2 months at this point, I've been keeping a list as I hear people talk that we hang out with on YouTube and stuff, mentioning this, mentioning that, and I've been slowly accumulating it. I went out and spent a lot of money to accumulate a lot of stuff over that little time span, because we're going to start the year off right, just sending some stuff out to some people. Because remember how fun that was, Steve, back in 19 and 20, when like there's like that environment of A-okaying.
I need to start doing that more, because I went back and I watched some stuff. I'm like, man, there's one person in particular that sent me a bunch of stuff that I need to send him some. Well, no, I've gotten him enough stuff.
Mike V.
No.
Both of these people have sent you a lot of stuff.
They have, and I've also sent them a lot of stuff too. But no, there's, and I've also helped them out quite a bit. Like
Karate Kevin.
Maybe.
I'm trying to guess here. I'm not trying to blow up your spot.
It is Karate Kevin. That's someone I've been thinking about lately. He's not been in a comic game like posting a ton of stuff, but I know he still does it.
Bro's in the Street Fighter game kicking everyone's butt.
Yeah, and he sent me a ton of stuff over the years, and I'm like, man, I need it. I don't know. I've sent him stuff.
He's like an OG of the Guess That Key universe. So,
and I bought a bunch of his art and I donated. Like he was a part of the Burke box for months, and that was great. But
look at me and Paul. Look at me and Paul. There's Kevin's Swamp Thing. Kevin Vidina. There's his TMNT. Some Raphael. There's
Kevin's Nightwing. There's his.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's his Spawn.
Hell yeah.
There's his Robin.
That is fire.
There's his Spider-Man.
Then some thick thighs.
There's his Green Lantern.
Nice.
You're not the only one who keeps stuff at arm's reach, Burke.
I'm so proud of us right now.
The rest of my stuff's hanging up. I don't want to get it down.
Yeah. Dude, thank you everybody for watching. Be sure, if you're a channel member in the Legion tier, go ahead and hit the community tab. Check out tomorrow's video tonight. It's a fantastic video on how comic ages are a problem, but don't worry. I solved the problem. I solved it. It's solved.
Called the foil age.
That's addressed in the video.
Because I remember you talking about that on a Friday morning chat.
And that's all well and good, and it's all fun. But that's in the video. I approached it from an actual, like, we can do this. We can really do this thing. So maybe I talk about Key Collector and their harebrained idea. It's like one of the members of the mystery, the Scooby-Doo and the mystery crew came up with it. It's going to be the film age. Talk about Josh's comic books with his idea with the variant age. Get into all of it. But yeah, we solved it. So be sure to check that video out. Otherwise, it'll be out tomorrow for everybody else. Just hit the channel membership, join the Legion, and then watch it tonight. Problem solved. That's going to do it for tonight. Until next time, we are Legion.
You are who you choose to be.
Superman.